they're going to be like the Warriors without their superstar point guard for possibly the first round. Kyrie's is a bit more unknown because he had a minor uninvasive surgery, which that's what they all say.
Surgery, right?
Surgery.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about an uninvasive surgery to remove a tension wire in his left knee, which was put in during when he had the kneecap
knee surgery
repaired from the 2015 finals. Similar to Steph, he's got a 3 to 6 week window recovery time, but he could be closer to the 3. We don't know because it's not a common injury or a common occurrence. As I said, we're 3 weeks out from the first round of the playoffs. I think for them, it's more dire straits than it is for the Warriors just because they don't have KD. They don't have 3 other All-Stars. And on top of that, they're missing Marcus Smart as well, who is underrated for what he brings to that team with his defense. He's a massive loss.
Yeah.
He's still 5 to 6 weeks away with a broken thumb. Like the Warriors, they're in the same position of they probably won't fall any further than the second seed. They're 6.5 games ahead of the Cavs.
And they're still holding up well.
Yeah, they are. They're doing quite well. I mean, they beat the Thunder and the Trailblazers in close games in their current 4-game win streak. I think for them, though, getting the 1 seed, obviously the Warriors aren't going to get the 1 seed now and it doesn't matter. For the Celtics, getting the 1 seed means if the Cavs say in the 3rd seed, it means they don't have to face the Cavs, or they wouldn't have to face the Cavs until the conference finals.
Yeah, 2 extra weeks to recover.
Which gives Kyrie more time if it is a 6-week injury, because then he'd be back by the conference finals. So, I mean, right now they're 3 games behind Toronto, and they do verse the Raptors twice in their remaining 8 games.
So...
Which that's perfect. If you got your destiny in your own hand, you verse them twice. You beat them those 2 times and take care of business in your other games, you're a genuine chance. But as we said, obviously they're going to miss Kyrie massively, not just because he's averaging 24 points per game, not just because he's shooting 50% from the field, 40% from 3, but he's their go-to man. He's their clutch scorer. And when you get to the playoffs, it gets to the point down the stretch where you go, we need a bucket. Here's the ball. You get us a bucket. If we're going to win, it's on your back. And he's that player. And when they don't have him...
Who's next?
Tatum. Tatum, which it's a lot of pressure. I mean, he's phenomenal. But it is both Jaylen Brown and Jaden Tatum, baptism of fire coming up. Welcome to the playoffs. I mean, Jaylen Brown has more than doubled his scoring this season. He's up to 14 points per game. He's shooting better from 3s, up to 37%. He's shown the ability to be a solid wing defender. He's been really good. And, I mean, Tatum has the potential to be a superstar. We already know his playmaking, his scoring ability. He's 20 years old, for crying out loud, which is just ridiculous. And he was the go-to man in that 1-point win they had against the Thunder. He made a tough layup and then a perfect pass to Morris, who obviously hit the game winner.
Sealed it.
Yeah, but it's so much pressure on guys that have 41 years experience in life. I mean, combined. Yeah, like that could be going up against LeBron, who's got like 33 or what on his own. Yeah. So it's like an experience in the league, 15 to 3. But it's that pressure. And on top of that, I mean, Horford. But Horford's not your go-to
He's
scorer.
not the guy.
Exactly.
And he was brought in for that reason, so he wouldn't have to be the guy.
The 2 wild cards, Marcus Morris and Terry Rozier. Rozier's been quite good. I mean, he's had some really good games. Now, admittedly, they haven't been against the world's greatest teams, but still, I mean, it's a big playoff series for him because he's eligible for the rookie scale extension this offseason, and then he becomes a free agent in 2019. So, I mean, he's increased his scoring to just under 12. He's hitting 12 points per game. He's hitting 39% of his 3s. He has improved a lot.
Yeah.
But if he can, I mean, with Kyrie out, he's got a big opportunity in the playoffs to make a statement. And
it's just, you never know how...
No, you don't know.
You never know how players are going to adapt to the playoff basketball. Yeah. So he score as much as he wants in the regular season, but we just don't know how it's going to adapt.
Playoffs
when
really tightens up.
Yep. And then Marcus Morris as well has been really good.
Yeah.
I mean, he did leave the game against the Suns yesterday with an ankle sprain, which was worrying, but the X-rays were negative, so he shouldn't miss too much time. But just over the month of March, he's put up games including 21 points, 17, 31, 17, 21, 30, 20, hit the game winner against OKC. So he's been massive. And for them right now, if they stay in that second seed, which they have a chance to catch Toronto, but at the moment, the likelihood is more that they'd have
to win both of those games against Toronto, I reckon.
Which, without Kyrie or Smart, it's going to be tough. I mean...
And they're playoff games as it is against Toronto for that 1 seed.
Exactly. So, right now, they would face the Bucks, which I don't think they would have too much of an issue with outside of Giannis.
I think the situation for the Celtics is looking a lot better than what it is for the Warriors. I think the teams the Warriors would have to face, we talk about Jazz, the Spurs.
A lot better
than the three teams that could look like they'd be in that 7 seed, the Wizards, the Bucks, and the Heat.
The Wizards are interesting.
If they get John Wall back...
we know they have a history. They don't like each other. They've had playoff run-ins before.
Yeah.
And if they get John Wall back, it could be interesting.
Yeah.
I think the Wizards would fancy themselves in that series.
Well, Beal and Wall.
I think any of the three teams that come up against the Celtics team without Kyrie, they're gonna fancy themselves.
Well, and Smart like that. Hurts.
I think the Celtics would be pretty safe facing any of those. I think they can at least get past the first round.
As long as they get Kyrie back by the second round, I think they'll be okay. They're going to miss... I mean, Smart they'd have to make it to the conference finals to get Smart back, really, which is going to hurt.
It might be a write-off.
Kyrie still... He's the one who... They get him back, they're a chance of going to the conference finals and even further. Yeah. Without Kyrie, they're going to be a second-round exit at best, for sure.